Hello and welcome to the Chat Room podcast. Today we'll be talking about a very sensitive issue called E-Levy. But before we delve into our own opinions, we want to read out a couple of transfers that fall under the E-Levy charge. It's basically an electronic transfer, right? 1.5%. So the first one is mobile money transfers done between wallets on the same e-money user. So like MTN to MTN numbers, and then transfers from wallets from one e-money user to another electronic money user. So Vodafone Cash to Airtel Tigo, and transfers from bank accounts to mobile money wallets, transfers from mobile money wallets to bank accounts, and then finally bank transfers via a digital platform which originates from a bank account belonging to an individual. So if you are if you are transferring money from your ADB account to another person's account via your ADB app or ATM,
ATM.
Yes, ATM. If you are going to withdraw,
They charge E-Levy on it.
They charge E-Levy. When it's more than 100 cedis, they'll charge. It will be part. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like many people will use ATM instead of So when you are transferring from your bank account to another person's bank via a digital platform, yes, it will be deducted. But anyways, what do you think about the E-Levy? Well, what do you think about it? Because government says the economy is broke, and and we need to supplement what we have with internal mobilized revenue. So what do you think about it? Is it a good initiative or what?
For me, first of all, I think with E-Levy, nobody would say that the government can't come up with various tax forms to raise revenue to spend. You get it? Because on the general vibe, you say government need money to spend, right?
Yeah.
Good. So raising, I think the problem is not about
the charge,
the tax itself, because already we are paying a lot of taxes, like huge chunk of taxes.
They pay sanitation tax on every liter of fuel you buy.
Good. So for taxes, we will pay, but I think the whole issue is about accountability, because in actual sense, like, what are we expecting from the government if previously they are known to be misusing our tax? You get it?
This current government or
not this one, but like
government in general.
In general, because this tax, it can't stay. We'll go anywhere. We go pay.
But Mahama gave a talk at Kempinski. He said if he come and he go scrap.
He be lying. Forget that man.
He go scrap our
Forget.
I actually pity the people who attended. But anyway, yeah.
So I think accountability is the main issue right now.
But how would you hold government accountable?
If
within their 4-year term, how would you hold them accountable? The only way we can hold them accountable is through voting.
And so if you realize you're not using the money for the right, we will vote you out.
So we go do this thing.
You can't do anything because they've already passed it, right? Parliament have agreed, they've passed it, cabinet has
been ratified.
Anything, they do everything, right? So it's now a law. You get me?
Yeah.
So obviously we are paying. Me yesterday, if I do transfer, I pay. So, and I know if you hold government, I know if you go parliament, say, hey, what do they use the E-Levy for? We get eyes, we they see. But the eyes they ground, we they watch. Yeah. So obviously, if the people.
But they say them will take the E-Levy, you start entrepreneurial programs. Then they will create jobs for the youth. They'll use it for digitization, and then finally roads. Then we'll do all your roads give you. So I was thinking, but what you are saying is true. We can't really trust government because of their past record. But then with this thing, I think we can only wait and see.
Obviously, we
can wait and see. They have 2 years more, right? In 2022. So we can just wait.
So per the analysis, within the next 2 years, they're going to do U-Start.
Yeah.
Do what?
Roads. Then we'll create jobs, give the youth.
Then do what again?
and digitization platforms, they will really spec it up. Yeah, government is going to.
So within the next 2 years, the money that we make from E-Levy, that's what you're going to use.
But I don't think it's just the money I think it's how should I put it, supplementing. Yes, it's like they say we are earning 6.9 to 7 billion Ghana cedis annually.
Come on.
But the loans we have to pay from E-Levy, yes.
The truth is we did Ghana here. The obvious thing is that they can do the right thing. I'm not against the government taxing us, because when you go to the outside world, they really tax them at casa because of how formalized their system is. You get it, so they can really tax you. So you pay huge tax like income tax, road tax, everything tax on
property tax and everything.
I mean the ones they pay that one. So everything they there. Like we are not against the government tax, but I think there are other forms the government can also help. First of all, one key component in having a stable economy is when you are able to regulate your fiscal spending. When I say fiscal spending, in economics, there's something called fiscal spending.
You cut down your expenditure.
Government expenditure, especially. Yeah. So you can have an expansionary fiscal policy, or let's say a contractual fiscal policy. It happens that way. The whole mechanism that works to that sector.
Oh,
okay. So when you try the government sector, right? I learned a chunk of these ministers and their appointees, the kind of salaries they take. It be huge.
Clothing allowance.
What allowance? Entertainment allowance. Slave queens allowance. Every allowance some days. You get it. So cutting down this.
But do you think what you're saying is fine? But do you think the people who actually enjoying power will take away the benefits that make them feel comfortable?
That's why I'm saying that.
Who will hold government accountable within the time they are in power?
Nobody.
So that means that we are doomed
forever and ever.
Amen.
Okay. The whole truth is they know the right thing to do. Like, are you trying to tell me ministers, MPs have their masters, doctorates,
done short courses
outside? Like, they know, they travel outside, they know the right thing.
Honestly.
They know what to do. But then, as you said, for comfort and for whatever reason, they feel like bringing in another form of E-Levy, another form of tax in the form of E-Levy is going to help solve the situation. The situation on the ground is, yes, we understand COVID played a huge part of this whole economic. Ghana pay with this daily stress across board, like US.
The global economy, I think we are in recession or something.
We they move towards that, we day inside. So obviously everybody could feel the impact. Aside COVID to
Ukraine, Russia.
Oh, that one there, I'm a man. If you clear something, when you clear Russia with it, aside affecting this war, the whole issue is the dollar itself is having a challenge, right? Yeah. The national reserve of US is having a big challenge. So a lot of the dollar rate is being undervalued to some extent. It's affecting the whole, because of universal notes, you feel me? Like they cut across the board. But like what if you do for one main domain, like as a country, as we are governed by systems, and these politicians, there are various ways they could do to cut down on cost. You feel me?
Yeah, I get it.
The E-Levy there, as you made mention, if I send the money through the various transactions you made mention, then we tell me, no problem. But we have to ensure that these politicians will surely do whatever it takes to.
But anyway, that's money.
So if you don't do what you go do,
what you go do?
We go vote.
Will you protest or what?
So we go protest there.
We go wait for 3 years.
See.
Then you go vote again.
We did do for so many years, right? For so long. What happened? After Muhammad give you hot campaigns for what happened, you go vote against him.
He was voted out.
Simple, same way if.
Has it solved anything for the average Ghanaian? We just postpone it. We are just changing masters.
No, listen.
But they are still the same, aren't they?
They're still the same.
Yeah, they are still the same. So, that's what I'm saying, that the voting thing, I don't really trust it. But I actually pity people who kill to go and vote.
Oh, they kill you.
Believing that some people even use stones, man.
Yes, if you carry the stone, put it and go.
But that's actually pitiful. If you're my friend and you say that, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you instantly. But anyway, but another thing that's trending is that a lot of people are saying that they are going to go all the way to banks and then send the money, so that they'll avoid and especially MTN charges. Vodafone is free; they only tax you the E-Levy. Yeah, but then they don't add extra charges. I don't think that is feasible. Even though right now, Momo vendors are saying that there is a low patronage of transactions between people. People don't want to go to. I think they're even shifting to Vodafone. Okay. But I feel it's reactionary. People are reactionary, don't you think? It's quite unbelievable that someone will pick a car and then for 15 minutes just to transfer 1,000 so that he can escape a 10 cedi charge.
See, on a regular. Yeah.
How long can you do that? If it's raining, what you go do?
See, on a regular. See, a lot of people don't send that huge sums of money.
True.
On the regular, like if you pick the average.
And the people who send that money on the regular, they can afford to pay the extra charge.
They use it to do various their own payments and other forms for their business. Like me, I don't go to up them go send 1,000. Me send 1,000. Unless it be something urgent, like I don't want to buy something, I for send that money. Wait, if you send 1,000, the charge we see the truth be say, Ghanaians will learn to adjust to it.
We will adjust. That came after most time.
No, as in back then it was Vice President
Rollins.
Yes, under Rollins. He came. But I think the whole issue, the education should be there.
There's a lot of misinformation.
So the government needs to educate people about the fact that this is the reason why. See, we humans, they understand. Explain to us. We are using the E-Levy for this.
I think that's what they were doing at town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting? We imagine people that go town hall meeting.
But anyway.
You go do TV adverts and things. DTV always on it.
I also think that a lot of people too are taking information from unverified sources. You could literally go to, if you can go online to Twitter and then read stupid people's comments. You can go to GRA's website and educate yourself.
See, but the truth is the people, the market women and things in these streets. That
then of course.
So we have NCC, right? They can help organize, educate people. Yeah. This is why we tax.
Some public education, something.
You get it,
and also through the media they can.
Yes, so just educate them
because a lot of people don't even understand the way it is. So someone thinks that when you send 2,000, last time we were even debating, if you send 2K, they will charge 1.5 on the 2K, but it's actually not so. They will deduct the first 100 cedis is free, and subsequently they are going to charge. But there's a lot of misinformation on
so I think more education should be done. Then aside that too, I believe Ghanaians who adjust to it. Like me on the regular,
of course.
I hardly send huge amounts of money to my phone. You get it, and I think you will learn to adjust. But then the whole issue is about holding the government accountable. And the only way if you do that is you observe if the road they happen, if the jobs they come, if the digital something they happen. Obviously, then the money was used for the right cause.
I actually think that's a false hope.
Yeah, it's a false hope, but then that be the only thing you place your bet. At the end of the day, we are here. We don't go die. We will live for long. So we go day here. If it happens, say the money was not used for the right cause, we go do justice to one. Because right now there's nothing you can do.
That's sad.
It just be sad. You get me? It just be sad.
Yeah, actually, that's very sad.
I think we just have to learn to adjust to paying this stuff because if you want to send somebody 300 cedis, right? I think the charge plus
that's mobile manual.
Yeah, true.
Unless you're using Vodafone. Vodafone is.
That mean I get Vodafone, me and then straight to Vodafone, sharp, you feel me?
So charge on the 200.
300, we charge on the 300, and that be all. Make everybody go Vodafone. We go enjoy.
So then we charge on the 200.
On the 200, right? Yeah. Okay, nice one. So obviously, the whole vibe is we learn to adjust to it. Down there, we be Ghanaians, we go talk plenty, but then, in a way too, I feel the banking sector will also benefit from all these things because I feel go to a time the E-Levy, I mean the Momo thing was really
it was taking a lot of people away from the banks.
Yeah. It was affecting them. So I feel right now there's a middle ground for everyone to benefit from it.
You're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
We do that always. So just find a way to adjust to it.
But anyway, guys, this is the end of the discussion. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and you'll see us in the next video.